Okay.
Hey, I'm Joe.
Hi, I'm Lynn, and we're the feminist couple. Hey, and today we're talking about the whole man versus bear thing. There have been a lot of posts and videos and memes from TikTok, Reddit, Facebook, like all the social media, asking women the question of if you were in an isolated location in the middle of the woods, would you rather happen upon a man or that you don't know or a bear? And
That you don't know.
all that you don't know. A bear
Like, who knows bears, but I had to put it in there.
Right, we're not talking Smokey the Bear.
Aw,
Okay.
he's awesome. Although Winnie the Pooh, it was like my favorite when I was little, and then Yogi was my boy.
So almost every woman chooses the bear, and some men are getting kind of defensive about it. So there's a backlash. So we'll talk a little bit about that too. Before we get into talking about why women are choosing the bear, I'm going to ask Joe a different question. So, well, related question. So, if I had to be in that situation and you couldn't stop it, but you could magically choose whether I,
Which one?
yeah, you magically choose which one I would see up in the distance.
But I have
Bear
no
or-
idea what's going to happen with either one.
Yeah.
Um,
So, what would your choice be?
Well, my choice, I would have to look at, okay, what's the worst that could happen if I leave her in the woods with a bear? And then what's the worst that could happen if I leave her in the woods with a man? Um, Saying it that way, it's very obvious. Then I would rather her be with the bear. Because the bear can maul her and kill her, which I wouldn't like. But the man could do way worse stuff. Like, as you've seen in a lot of the people's posts talking about this, like, it's a big thing for women because it's really true. Like, men can be way worse. And like I was saying to Lynn, I think in this situation you have to think the worst case scenario. Like, what's the worst a bear could do to you? They can maul you and kill you. I mean, maybe they can rip off a couple limbs and you still live on as a paraplegic or whatever. Like, maybe that's the worst a bear could do to you. But that still doesn't come anywhere close to how much damage a man could do to them. And I don't want to go into the other things of reasons why. I mean, if my wife wants to, she can. But I think all of y'all understand the reason why women are saying they would choose the bear. And I totally understand that too. But when we first started talking about it, one of my thoughts was about how if it was a man, I was like, well, if it's a man, I could beat the crap out of him. But if it was a bear, I can't beat the crap out of him. But if they really did the worst, then I wouldn't be looking at the guy to be beating the crap out of him. I'd be trying to kill him. And yeah, I can shoot a bear just as easy as I can shoot a guy. But I'm not going to go to jail because I shot the bear. I will go to jail if I shot the guy. So that's another reason to pick the bear, because I can get vengeance on the bear and not have to spend my life in jail because of it. Because if I don't know, I mean, you can try to have a good heart and say, okay, the guy did this bad thing and I'm going to forgive him, but those guys are got a better heart than me because I couldn't do that. I would definitely, if somebody went after my wife and did what we're talking about, then whether it's a bear or a guy, they're toast. But at least with a bear, I won't go to jail. But that's not really what we're talking about. What we're talking about is the differences between them. And so the best way to look at it, for me to look at it, is what's the worst that a bear can do, what's the worst that a guy can do. And what a guy can do is way worse than what a bear can do. 1,000%.
And you know that came up in the responses from women that we found. They came in two forms, one or two themes emerged. One, well, I'll be believed if it's pick the bear.
Yes, that's a good one.
And the other was that the worst the bear can do is kill me. Bear, at least I won't be called a liar, told I am causing problems for speaking up, told it's my fault, shunned by my family, always the bear. The bear wouldn't leave me questioning my own memory of the attack or trying to figure out if I'm just being dramatic. The bear, because if I survive, nobody will ask me what I was wearing when it happened. If I was sober, nobody will ask me if I led the bear on or was playing hard to get. And if I don't survive, at least my death was for the bear's survival, so not its twisted fantasies.
I do totally understand what she was saying there.
I'm seeing the trend of asking women if they feel safer if men were replaced by bears. The most accurate response I've seen. If I was attacked by a bear, people would believe me. We shouldn't have to actively try to not be assaulted. At least the bear wouldn't take more than a couple of minutes. The alternative has endless possibilities. Yeah.
Wait, say that again? At least the bear
wouldn't take more than a couple of minutes to kill. The alternative has endless possibilities, like a man, locking you in the basement and torturing you for years.
Yeah.
The bear's top concern wouldn't be his reputation. The bear wouldn't send me the video every year on my birthday. The bear wouldn't tell me to. Oh yeah.
This guy needs to be locked up.
Yeah, the bear wouldn't tell me to stop crying. The bear wouldn't post. Does this look consensual? The bear wouldn't say, we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. Stop crying so I can finish. Ugh.
It's heartbreaking.
Man or bear? Bear wouldn't tell me to shut the F up until he's done while I'm crying saying no. The bear wouldn't say, God doesn't like for you to be this way. You haven't met the right guy yet. Ugh.
The bear
wouldn't say, God doesn't like for you to be this way. You haven't met the right guy yet.
Can't imagine anybody ever saying that. Not in any circumstance.
She's talking about gosh, I forget what the term is for it is, but there are some guys who rape lesbians in order to try to convert them.
Oh, that's what that was?
Yes, that's what she's talking about. It's sick and twisted.
I didn't get to see
A bear never would have lured me upstairs to his room when I was 5. So women aren't choosing the bear because all men. We're choosing the bear because we have better judgment than to trust a random man, a stranger. What happened to stranger danger? That was said for a reason. Just because you look and act normal doesn't guarantee that you are, especially if we don't know you personally. Jeffrey Dahmer was thought to be a gentleman until proven wrong. Please, men, use your heads. We aren't saying all men. We're saying we don't know who to trust anymore.
See, this is exactly what I like. I mean, this was well said. She's said it exactly right.
That was kind of referencing the backlash this does too. The fact that men don't get why women are choosing the bear is exactly why they're choosing the bear.
I like that statement, and that's a good statement too. So we had 2 good statements back to back. I find that it's ridiculous that the men are getting upset, but I don't also, it's not hit me as a shocker. Alright, I can understand how certain men can get defensive about hearing this, because they're like, well, no, not all men are that way. And they're not. I mean, we're really talking about a very small percentage of men. Now, I'm not sure what that percentage is. So I understand, when men are hearing this that are good men, they're like, well, we're not getting the right judgment against us. But what you got to realize is they're not talking about you. The whole statement was talking about the bad times. And why I like to say what they're talking about is worst case scenario. Because you can always say, oh, what's the best case scenario? And the best case scenario is the bear is like, you might get a really nice photograph. And maybe he'll send you postcards. And I'm just joking. He will not do that. But the best case scenario with a man, if you found him, is find him dreamy. You both have a connection. You fall in love, get married, have a bunch of kids, grandkids, great grandkids, have a wonderful life. So it could end up great with a girl seeing a guy in the woods, and it can end up great with a bear in the woods. When we're talking about best case scenarios, when we're talking about worst case scenarios, the bear can kill you, can maul you, break you, incapacitate you. I'm trying to the bear can do a lot of bad stuff, but the guy can do all of that plus 100% more. They can break you emotionally. They can destroy you for life. They can kill who you were. A guy can make you where you're no longer the same person you were before you met him. It's very sad. It's horrible to think that there are guys out there that would do stuff like that. But there are, and women got to be careful and worried about them and always watch out. And so I totally understand why women say they would rather choose the bear. If I was them, I'd choose a bear too. It's really sad. Sad for men. Sad for bears that bears are getting compared to men. I can't believe how many times I've heard a bear say, I'm tired of getting compared to men. I'm not like them. I'm just joking.
All right. Well, now we are going to get to some of the funny memes in a little bit, but before that, we're going to do the what are the experts saying, and
I thought I was an expert. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm not.
We will have links in the description for you to find out more. But all right, so in just the United States, in just the year 2022, 4,251 women were murdered. And although it's true that more men were murdered, 14,441, the people committing the murder are mostly men. 15,094 men versus 2,107 women and 5,858 of unknown gender. And what about the bears? So bears, since 1784, not in the year 1784, but since 1784 up until present day, in not just the United States but all of North America, 180 people were killed by bears. That's it, just 180 in all that time.
I bet you were expecting it to be way higher. So.
Yeah. And it would be lower, except they're including bears that were kept in captivity. And so a bear out in the woods, they're going to be a lot less likely to kill you.
Less likely. And the facts have shown that bears kept in captivity are more likely to attack than bears in the wild.
Right. And and there are, if you're worried about it, there are precautions you can take if you're going in bear country, but they'll be in the link in the one of the links in the description, so they could talk about that. But so in response to not all men, maybe we should say not all bears. Yeah.
There's some bad bears out there. Not all of them are good. Can't think of a single bad one yet, but.
All right, so let's lighten the mood a little bit, and we will look at some of these funny memes. Women looking at bears in the woods and men being jealous. Here we go.
I didn't get that picture.
Oh, have you seen this picture before? Because
no, never.
Oh,
That's why I said I didn't get it. It says bear in the woods on
She's
the girl.
bears in the woods.
The guy has woman
Uh-huh.
written on him. The girl has man written on her.
Okay.
The guy is checking out the bear's ass in the woods. The woman is like, I can't believe you're such a piece of crap.
Uh-huh.
Why am I with you? I'm
Uh-huh.
about to let go of your hand as soon as this picture is over.
This stock photo has been used in lots and lots of
for
different memes
things.
for
Yeah.
different things, and it's usually titled something like, the picture itself is titled something like "distracted man" or something.
Yeah.
So,
And they're basically saying, like, the way the guy's looking at the girl who's supposed to be a bear in the woods, the guy's actually a woman. And it's like a joke on how women are looking at the bear. Like the women are looking at the bear like, ooh, look at that booty. And the men are like, wait a minute, why the hell you like that bear? Stop looking at that bear.
Okay, I think we over-explained it a bit. All right,
I
so
don't
let's
know.
look at
I finally understood it.
Yeah. Okay. Check this one.
Aw, that bear is at a picnic table. Hey, where's the picnic basket? Wait, I built that picnic table. I remember that picnic table.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful table.
All right. The bear saying, "I don't know, man. Just treat her like she's a real person and stop being creepy."
Yeah. I like that one. Oh, a bear on a skateboard. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
We gotta see that one.
Yeah. Oh.
Bear and a
Trying to
skateboard.
pull
Bear
it
and a
up.
skateboard. Skateboard and a bear. Skateboard and a bear.
Why is it? Bears on their way to steal your girl because she don't feel safe enough around you. Is it bears?
I was hoping it was gonna be funnier than that. Darn it. That one's funny. I like
This
that one.
one's hilarious. The best one. Bears speak out against unfair comparison to men. Actually, I think there was a whole article.
Yeah, they got a good lawsuit going.
All right. Well, that's it for today. So,
I hope y'all enjoyed it.
yeah, put your comments and click like and share and enjoy the song.
I hope I made y'all come up with a whole bunch of questions too.
Bye.
Bye till next time. If you wanna leave, take good care. Hope you make a lot of nice friends.